Hey everyone, my name's John, and I'm bringing you another episode of Games in 60 Minutes. This is my stream where I play randomly picked games out of my backlog that I've never played before. Try them out for an hour, and then after the hour is up, then I kind of summarize my thoughts on the game before I randomly pick whatever the game for the next stream is going to be. So I've been slowly but surely getting through my Steam backlog. Although sadly I keep adding to it. I have the monthly Humble Bundle subscription, and that happened to come into play today. So I play 10 games, and then every month I end up with 10 more games. So I don't know if I'm really catching up on my backlog, but I guess I'm doing better than I would be doing if I didn't have this series. So tonight we're going to be checking out Batman: The Enemy Within. This is the Telltale series, and so interestingly enough, this is actually this. I guess you could think of this almost like Batman season 2. So there was a first Batman Telltale series that I've not played actually. So we're going to be picking up. So I imagine that I will have missed some things. It's this. And because this is kind of a story conscious type game, I'm sure I'll have missed some things. I feel like it's almost like coming into Mass Effect and skipping the first Mass Effect and starting with the second one. So we'll have to see how that affects the game. But hopefully it's. I imagine it'll just be the case where I'll miss out on maybe some earlier plot points, but I'm sure it won't make the game unplayable or anything like that. But it'll be interesting to see. I'm definitely going to have kind of I think a bit of a unique perspective compared to somebody who has played that first game and has is coming into it that way. So without further ado, why don't we switch over and let's see what's in store for Batman. And by the way, shout out to Slytherin Chick and Nikki and Ark. Thank you all for joining me tonight. All right, so I see we have a couple of choices on what to play. I don't really know what the difference is between Shadow Edition and Classic Edition. So I guess I'm going to go with Classic. I'm sort of curious about this crowd play. It looks like it has some kind of ability to play with your friends, so that definitely looks pretty interesting. So let's go. So I'm going to restart episode 1. I went a tiny bit into it, just enough to kind of test the game, but I don't want to miss anything in the stream. So yeah, this is kind of a Telltale,
One fateful night, my parents gave their lives for me. They became my heroes, their legacy untouchable. Until I learned the truth. My father, Thomas Wayne, was a criminal. He ruled over Gotham from the shadows. And everything I thought I knew about myself changed forever. The children of Arkham exposed the truth about my father to Gotham. Their attack turned friends into enemies and threw the city into chaos. I was committed to Arkham Asylum, where I escaped with the help of a mental patient named John Doe. After a bloody battle, I put an end to it all in the catacombs beneath the city. The Penguin, Two-Face, and Lady Arkham were the first real challenge I faced as the Batman, but they would not be the last.
All right. So I'm assuming everything he just
Spring
said
has arrived in Gotham,
was the first
and with
game.
it comes City Hall's quarterly crime report. Crime is way down since the fall of the Children of Arkham, marking another triumph for newly minted police commissioner James Gordon. In a statement this morning, Gordon credited his success to the public partnership between the police and the Batman. He praised the mysterious vigilante for his sacrifice, describing him as essential to the security of the city. Things are looking up, citizens. After the long, dark winter comes the thaw. Now, if only the Knights could win a game, everyone would be happy.
All right. So I guess we'll be hearing from the Riddler.
Lucky 13! There it is.
Rumi Mori, import-export magnate, one-time Pipex CEO, international arms dealer. The world sees Mori as a legitimate businessman, a philanthropist who gives to charity, not a criminal getting rich off the suffering of innocence. A masterful performance. I wonder, if a man hides in plain sight for that long, does he forget who he really is? What do you think, Master Bruce? Must be hard to stay true to yourself.
We all wear masks in public. Every day is 1,000 little performances.
Perhaps, but some are more encompassing than others.
Masks are hard to maintain. If there are cracks in Mori's, we'll find them.
The GCPD already bugged his penthouse and found nothing, meaning that if he's doing arms deals in Gotham...
They happen on the casino floor. I need to find a way to hear what Mori is saying.
Standing by for support. Look for something with a microphone. The Bat computer can intercept his communications.
He certainly enjoys the good life, doesn't he?
Made a fortune running guns during the Arab Spring. Diversified into biotech shortly after. From what I understand, he's not one for pinching pennies.
All right, so I'm guessing I'm supposed to zoom in on this cell phone. Hack.
Al, I'm hacking into Mori's phone.
Encrypting your signal. Last thing we want is for him to know you're here. We're in. You should be able to pick up audio from Mori's phone.
Is everyone enjoying themselves? Don't worry. I won't tell anyone with a badge.
He's on a roll. It's only a matter of time before he gets too chatty.
Try to blend in.
So, I've been sitting over there wondering, what's Bruce Wayne doing in a place like this? I figured you went to fancier casinos. Someplace where only high rollers go.
I'm looking for something different. New thrills.
Well, it's a good thing you're here. And it's a good thing I'm here.
Oh, Lord.
You? What in the hell are you doing here?
Stop me if you've heard this one before. I begin and have no end. And I end all that begins. Who am I?
I don't give a damn. I told you 10 times. Our arrangement is over.
Death, Mori. I am death.
Something's happening, and it doesn't look like a deal.
The man in the hood. I remember him from your father's time. I think that's Riddler.
Oh.
Is something wrong? You seem distracted. Bruce.
You think your gibberish intimidates me?
Hello?
Not him.
Stay close and keep your head down.
Excuse me?
Bullets are about to fly.
Okay.
No one threatens me in my own casino. Security!
Sir, it's time to leave.
For you? An easy one. What question can you never answer yes to?
I don't give a crap, let's go.
Wrong. The correct answer is, are you dead? Now, let's get started.
Get out of there. Get your suit.
Let Gordon know what's happening.
Right away.
Hey, no one leaves!
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Run, now.
Get out.
What you did to that man. Knocking him out like that. How did you do that? I had a different impression of you from TV. You never seemed that capable.
Yeah, I'm a man of many talents.
That's an understatement. Thank you.
I like how it gives you all these opportunities to tell her off.
Now.
Gordon.
I'm too
Batman,
nice.
what's the status?
The status is A.
Multiple gunmen, hostages at the casino. A madman in a mask.
Riddler's back in Gotham.
Riddler? He hasn't been seen in years.
Well, he's putting on quite a show.
There's a squad on the way. They'll be there shortly.
Be ready for a fight.
Please, we can make the deal. Anything you want.
Our issues can't be solved with handshakes, Maury.
This is what happens when you back out of a deal with me.
There's only one way you're getting out of this alive. You have to solve a riddle. And I choose my words carefully if I were you. Listen closely.
No, please, don't do this.
Without fingers, I point. Without arms, I strike. Without feet, I run. Who am I?
I've got visual.
That drone fully functional.
I'll need a place to drop in without being noticed. Time for some recon.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? A mind bender that scratches at the very nature of our existence. The mere pondering of which can drive brilliant men to madness.
Some kind of torture device.
Doesn't seem like he's getting out until he guesses the riddle.
This Riddler certainly has an imagination.
Once it's in there, oh, it never gives you a moment's peace. Believe me, I know. Remember, choose your words carefully, Maury. You only have so many fingers. It'll be
Cashier's booth. That'll do. Just need to take out the guard first.
Don't think you can just stall. I will get bored. You won't like that.
What am I missing here? It's like it wants me to maneuver the drone, but then when I get over them... Yep, I'm here. I'm here. What do you want? What else am I missing? I gotta be missing something else. That's weird. Well, I did, yeah, so I put the cursor on top of the guy. Unless this isn't, maybe this isn't the guy I'm supposed to be taking out? I guess the guy with the gun. But see, I don't really get the option to take out these guys. Yeah, it's weird. I'm like, I feel like I'm missing something real basic here.
Audio playback fully functional.
Time for a distraction.
It didn't say anything about using the right stick to control the other cursor, but yeah, good,
What the?
Be very quiet. I'm hunting Riddlers.
I'm losing patience, Maury. Are you expecting a hint? Give me an answer!
Batman, we can't get in. The front's covered by gunmen, and they've got the back barricaded with blackjack tables. How should I deploy when we're inside? I'm relying on your eyes and ears.
We need a distraction. Find a way to limit their line of sight.
Sounds like a plan.
You're completely insane!
No, I don't believe that's it.
I'll clear a path. Wait for my signal.
Give them hell. We're counting on you.
And I'm dead.
Batman! You're ahead of schedule. I'm a little busy right now, but I'll see if I can fit you in. Not him, the hostage! Shoot the hostage!
Hiya, Bats.
The Batman clearly isn't using his head. Break it open.
With pleasure.
I've heard stories in the streets about you, Batman. You're the biggest name in Gotham since... well, since I left town. Everyone's very impressed with you. I'm not impressed. Gotham's criminals have become zealots and thugs in cheap suits. And you, I've come home to find a wannabe in my chair. Eating my goddamn porridge. This is my city. Now I'm back.
Gotham has forgotten you, Riddler. Crawl back under your rock before you get hurt.
Says the man with a hook at his throat. You're supposedly the world's greatest detective. Yet here you are, completely at my mercy. I don't see much evidence of that. I expected more of a battle from you, Batman. Something longer. More of a match of wits. Oh, you have to be kidding. Clever, but not smart enough. Let me show you how it was done back in the day. Brawling like a common street hood. It just doesn't do it for me.
Follow the power lines. There must be a weak point.
Oh no! I was too slow.
Brawling like a common street hood. It just doesn't do it for me.
Follow the power lines. There must be a weak point.
You broke the cage. That's cheating.
Think I care about your rules?
I'd heard you were a man who followed a code. Why would you save that dirtbag's life? Mori made his money running guns, trading off the suffering of war.
I believe in justice. Mori deserves a trial in a court of law. If he's guilty, his cell will be right next to yours.
Justice. Ridiculous. Either way, you won't be the one to put me there. Enough of this! You know how to scrap. I'll give you that. But it's not enough. Let's see how you do with something a little more cerebral. Better hurry, detective. Solve my puzzle soon. Or people are gonna get hurt. And we know you can't let that happen.
You should have called us before going in, Gordon.
Waller?
After all, we're here to help.
All right, so I guess that was kind of the prologue, or I guess that's what they call chapter 1.
Circuitry inside, but nothing obviously dangerous. The back computer will be able to analyze further.
Your days are numbered, bat freak. We'll see each other again.
Yeah, whatever.
Keep one eye in the sky, jerk-offs. Heavens are gonna fall on your goddamn heads.
Tell me all about it down at the precinct.
The Riddler's right hand in custody. Not a bad result, all told. Riddler used to leave clues at all his crime scenes. Always thought he was smarter than the people trying to catch him. Thought we could use help dragging him down. He got a sick pleasure out of taunting us.
He was smart enough to slip through our fingers.
Yeah, and leave a bloody mess in his wake. Riddler's heyday was a dark time in Gotham. And what we just saw, he hasn't mellowed with age.
Get Fernandez on it right away. Commissioner Gordon.
Brace yourselves. Just so you know, this woman has a lot of juice with the governor. Rub her the wrong way, I could end up on foot patrol till I retire.
My people are trained for situations like this, Gordon. We'd have Riddler in custody if you'd only picked up the phone. So, you're the legendary Batman. I've heard a great deal about you. So much so, I don't know if I should believe the hype.
I haven't had the pleasure of an introduction, Miss...
A pleasure, huh? Most people don't usually call it that.
This is Amanda Waller, director of the agency.
What are the feds doing here?
Riddler's their case. The GCPD has been asked to open our doors to them. Give them whatever they need.
We've been tracking that maniac for some time. No one knows more about him than we do. World-class criminals like Riddler, they're kind of our specialty.
If you were tracking him, why didn't you tell us he was coming?
We get a lot of unverified reports. I wanted to be sure.
Well,
now we
I
know.
think it's verified now.
Riddler used to be a player in Gotham back when Thomas Wayne and Falcone ran the city. He disappeared so suddenly and for so long, everyone thought he was dead. Everyone was wrong. Riddler's back, and if these theatrics are anything to go by, he wants the whole city to know. My people tell me you did some good work handling him, Batman. You and me? I bet we'd make a damn fine team. I heard how you dealt with Lady Arkham. Not to mention that filth, Oswald Cobblepot. We could do great things together if we joined forces.
I work with Gordon. No one else.
I appreciate loyalty, but that there...
Waller will remember
that's
that.
The issue. The only real problem with your setup is who you're working with. Local law enforcement clearly can't cut
I got a local crime rate says otherwise. Is Waller...
Please, Commissioner. Tear gas. In a hostage situation, we got an ambulance full of civilians with their eyes swollen shut.
I mean,
Not
that
to
was
mention you let
kind of
Riddler
my
slip through
call.
your fingers. You GCPD cowboys clearly don't know what you're doing.
You're putting all this on me?
You can't put this on Jim. I called for a distraction.
Then maybe you're not as impressive as I thought.
Maybe, I don't
I'm here to
give a
prevent
shit
this
what you think.
incompetence in the future. I gotta get a security detail on Mori while he's in the hospital. Agent Avesta will fill you in on what we know so far, as a token of interdepartmental cooperation.
The nerve on her. Don't tell these people a thing, especially about that puzzle. This is our town. We're the ones that'll catch Riddler.
Ooh, I thought you was gonna bite your head off for a second.
I'd like to see her try.
Special Agent Imana Vesta, Field Intelligence Specialist on the Riddler case. And my partner, Agent Blake.
How do you do?
I put together this psychological profile of Riddler. You'll see when you read it. He's changed. For your eyes only, if you catch my drift. The target of the casino attack, Rumi Mori. Any idea what Riddler wanted with him? We figure it has something to do with why he's back in Gotham.
I heard them talking about some kind of deal.
Any idea what?
No, but it'd be safe to say they didn't come to terms.
Thanks. That's a help. I'm Gotham born and raised, you know. My dad ran a store in the shadow of City Stadium. I just wanted to say it's a real honor to meet you. I do have something I want to ask, though. The criminally insane. You're drawn to them, aren't you? There's something in you that pulls you towards the danger.
You can't go 2 city blocks in Gotham without tripping over criminal scum.
Most people just get up and run away.
I'm not most people.
I think I know you a little better now.
I'll be in touch, Agent.
Batman, before you go, Gotham's your city. I respect that. But you should know I don't have to play nice. I'm letting you hunt the Riddler for now.
Like
You
I didn't
better
figure
share
that out.
everything you find. Or this courtesy call is gonna become something you really won't like. You get me? There's a lot of ways this could go.
I don't take kindly to threats, Waller.
Yeah, you remember that. You do remember that.
What an eventful evening. I've taken the liberty of preparing some refreshments.
Thanks, Al. I need to focus. Maybe music will help. Something with a beat.
The computer is finished scanning the Riddler's puzzle box. It's ready when you are.
Let's get to work.
All right, real quick. There we go. I started my timer late, so I wanted to fix that real quick. All right.
Selena. She'll turn up again. I'm looking forward to it.
Got it. So I guess these are all the people that were in the first game that I missed out. Interesting. So it definitely looks like there was quite a bit that happened in the first game. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, all kinds of spoilers. Definitely be interesting if when I ever go back to playing the first one.
No explosives detected, no radioactivity.
I know who you are, Vicky Vale.
Nothing dangerous at all so far. Computer, run another scan. I want to be absolutely sure this thing is safe.
Is Pinhead in here?
I took the liberty of digging up everything I could find on the agency. There's plenty here. Know your enemy and all that. It comes and goes. Ever since the kidnapping and all the other business with Lady Arkham.
Alfred.
No, don't you worry about me. I should be fine. It was worse after my first tour of duty.
Your family, Alfred. We worry about family.
Thank you, Bruce. It'll pass. Working always helps.
Yeah, sorry about the face blocking. This was one of those games that I couldn't figure out ahead of time where the ideal camera placement was.
The agency. The public face of a shadow committee of military leaders, intelligence experts, and government officials. Civil rights violations, domestic black sites, decentralized accountability.
This information, it's all before Waller took over the director position. Perhaps she's given them a new direction.
Maybe, but the agency's empowered to override local law enforcement with impunity.
Batman's got some competition in town. I wonder if we need be worried.
The Riddler's a flashy, homicidal maniac with a thing for puzzles, and Waller and her agency might be just as dangerous.
Again, Waller may be running a more ethical operation these days.
Yeah, they seem to have all kinds of references to the first game. Yeah, I think I would definitely recommend that. Don't just skip to the second game.
Yes, Riddler terrorized this city long before you were Batman.
Gotham's original costumed criminal.
Yes, to have him returned, it's unsettling. I remember when he was the scourge of the underworld. Even Carmine Falcone gave him a wide berth. He was presumed dead for so long. Why come back to Gotham?
Well, he seemed to have a prior relationship with Mori. Some kind of axe to grind. Let me upload the rest of this to the Codex. The agency realized Riddler was still alive when he orchestrated a prison break at Peña Duro.
My men here say you let yourself get caught, Mr. Riddler.
Just Riddler.
Why willingly turn yourself in?
Oh, Mr. Warden, to get everyone else out, of course. That wasn't obvious.
The man's deranged. You ask me, he needs help. He's clearly sick. The man is in urgent need of a doctor.
His victims are the ones who need help.
I'll concede you have a point.
What was that?
You should see your face. Its confusion is delightful. I think I'll take it with me.
I take everything back.
A very homicidal Riddler. It's always interesting to see sort of the different interpretations of some of the Batman villains, you know? I mean, especially like, I grew up watching the 60s Batman and it was so campy. And then of course you had the Batman movies and everything got darker. And this is a different take on the Riddler that I'm used to. I mean, obviously he's a bit homicidal, but he's almost more coming across as more like Joker-like, you know, but still with the riddles. All right, so I think that's it for here.
Let's see what Riddler's little gift is all about.
Solve my puzzles soon, or people will get hurt. Riddler's MO hasn't changed in all these years.
I'm seriously waiting for Pinhead to show up.
Along the rim. I have an eye, yet cannot see. Who am I?
That sounds familiar. I've heard it before.
Don't happen to remember the answer, do you?
Sadly, no.
Huh, interesting. Which one to pick?
The eye of a needle.
But how does that relate to the object in question?
Maybe it's telling us how to use it.
Sounds very plausible.
Look at these strange grooves.
Find something to use the disc with.
Never forget.
Oh wait, that's weird. I thought I told it to use the. I thought I told it to use the bat computer, and then I walked away. All right, let's try that again. Oh wait, actually, I don't want to use the bat. I did that earlier. Never mind. Let's see if there's any other options. Anything to add, Alfred?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Let's go this way. You know what I need to find? And I think you're onto something, Tasha. I need to find where I put on the music earlier, right? Which I thought was over here. Let's check, where did I... Yeah, I put on some music earlier. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right here.
Needle. A record needle.
Halfway there, Batman. Means you've got half a chance of stopping a whole lot of pain. To be honest, you're already doing better than I thought. But don't sit around feeling pleased with yourself. Unless you want to see me tear this city apart.
I suppose you're going to look in there.
An open invitation from the Riddler? Of course. Huh. Looks like I'm manipulating radio bands or waveforms, something. I'm not sure what I'm looking at or how any of it is actually displaying.
And that sound?
What? Oh, I'm not really sure about any of it. Get Lucius on the line, will you?
Hey, Alfred.
Good morning, Lucius. I hope we're not interrupting your breakfast.
My youngest is probably stealing all the bacon, but duty calls. What's up?
This is a puzzle from the Riddler. There's a strange waveform pattern I can manipulate inside that needs your expertise.
Yeah, okay. I can meet you at Wayne Tower in a little bit. We'll, fire up the R&D lab.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important, Lucius.
No, don't worry about it. It's actually gonna be a big day for me. Tiffany starts at Wayne Enterprises.
Tiffany? Really?
Your daughter working alongside you. How wonderful.
Certainly is. Bruce, I'll see you soon.
Bye, Lucius. Can't wait to see Tiffany. I'll be at Wayne Tower.
Good hunting, Bruce.
Oh, excellent. Glad I caught you. I have some good news to share.
Good to hear it, Regina. It's what I've come to expect, with you as Wayne Enterprises chairperson.
I just talked to the board, and they couldn't be more pleased with how our partnership with GCPD is going. Seems like you made the right call when you decided to take that contract over the Arkham remodel. The Gazette's running a piece about it.
Look, I would love to hear all the details, but I've got a meeting with Lucius I've got to run to.
Well, I don't mean to pry, but what's in that case? Seems like an odd thing to be carrying around the office.
Oh, just some tax papers. Accounting is doing an audit or something.
Well, you shouldn't have to be burdened with that. I can take them.
It's okay. I got it.
Go away.
I've got a meeting I've got to run to. We'll pick up this conversation this afternoon.
Sounds great. You're in my chair.
Just updating the encryption on your bat tech. But if you want me to stop?
Oh, no, the seat is all yours.
This is the thing you were talking about?
One of Riddler's puzzles. Some kind of test.
Show me. Any idea what he's planning?
Not yet. That's why I need your help. If his history is anything to go by, he left us a clue. A psychological profile of Riddler.
Knowing how his mind works, this should come in handy.
No sign of explosives or poison. Already scanned for that in the cave.
Well, would you look at that? Micropulse waveform. And the sound it's giving off.
A signal, maybe? I couldn't decipher it. I was hoping you could help with that.
I'll see what I can do. Shouldn't take long.
What in the...
It's not one of mine.
Think fast. Hi, Dad.
Tiffany?
Hey, Bruce.
My God, Tiffany.
It's been a while.
Sneaking out of orientation your first day?
I just wanted to say hi to my new boss. I got you a present. A micro-drone prototype I developed in my spare time.
High-end AV, stealth black shell, programmable for autonomous observation. Small, quiet, and super smart. Just like its designer. Not bad, huh? You always had a thing for toys. So hard to know what to get a man who has everything. So I made you some tech the government would be jealous of.
Thanks, Tiffany. I love it.
Huh. There's something different about you.
There is?
And I don't just mean what happened to your ear. I can't quite put my finger on it. But you look...
Well, please just don't say old.
Well, now that you mention it.
Hey, play nice. Bruce has had a rough year.
Interesting.
Don't.
Too late, already touching.
Just be careful.
What a strange thing. The circuitry design. It's elaborate and unorthodox. Almost intentionally so. Like whoever put it together was kind of showing off. Huh. Micro pulse waves? It's just weird. Seriously, what is this thing? I've never seen anything like it. It's like whoever made it.
It's pretty cool, huh?
I don't know if cool would be the word I would use. I can hear it hum. What does it do?
That's what we're trying to work out.
You guys are lucky I'm here to help.
Help with...
Figure this freakish thing out.
Tiffany did graduate first in her class at Cornell in molecular engineering.
Let me take a crack at it. I can help you get to the bottom of this. Figure out what it does.
All right, if you think you can help, then be my guest.
Oh, I know I can help. I just gotta let him know that I won't be finishing up orientation.
No problem.
Oh, I was planning on swinging by the manor after work to see Alfred. I heard he wasn't doing so well. That he was having some issues with his health?
He would love that.
I hope he isn't still angered with me and Luke about that incident with the china.
Well, you know Al. No one messes with his dinnerware.
Catch you guys later.
Welcome aboard, Tiffany.
Thanks, boss.
All right, then. Time to crack this puzzle.
All right, one moment.
I never told her, you know. Told her what I really do at Wayne Enterprises. What, we do. If you're willing to pull her into this Riddler project, why not consider bringing her into the fold? Into the mission? We're going to need help if we're gonna be dealing with the likes of Riddler. And we can trust her. She's family after all. We don't have to talk about this right now. We have enough on our plates at the moment.
Dang it.
Oh,
I was too slow on that one.
Actually, the equipment we need is down in my office. We'll get this taken care of in no time.
Mr. Wayne.
Yes?
I'm Special Agent Avesta. This is my partner, Special Agent Blake.
Well, I guess I'll see you in a bit.
I'll just
be down in my office.
Yeah. I'll just be
Whenever
checking
you,
out now.
Get done here?
See you later, Lucius. Good chat.
Oh yeah, one of the best.
Sorry for the unannounced visit. We're with the agency's Behavioral Analysis Unit. We just came by to ask a few questions.
Please, come in. Make yourselves at home. Can I get my assistant to get you anything? Coffee, water, donuts?
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Oops. Probably shouldn't have left that out.
This office, it really represents you.
Well, I like to think so.
Is this you?
Yeah.
How old?
I don't know, 7, 8, maybe?
So happy. After everything you've been through, I don't know how you still do it.
Do what, exactly?
It wasn't long ago when you were the most hated man in Gotham, yet you still give so much back to the city. Why do you continue to help Gotham? Most people wouldn't be so charitable after that.
My father did a lot of damage to a lot of people. I'm just trying to make things right.
Thomas Wayne did cast a long, dark shadow. It must be difficult to get out from under it.
What is it you want?
The agency recently brought me in to draft a psychological portrait of the Riddler. We've been tracking him for months, but haven't been able to find him.
Riddler? That psycho from the news?
I thought you'd be interested, considering your history.
My history?
A lot of things happened to you last year, and not all of them were good. You put yourself at risk when you helped bring in your friend Harvey Dent. He was a violent psychotic at the time, almost destroyed the city. Come to think of it, you've been associated with quite a few psychopaths over the years.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would. The criminally insane, they seem drawn to you. Either that, or you're often in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yes, having money and fame makes you an easy target. I've had my fair share of crazies knocking on my door.
Like this guy. I think you'd know him as John Doe.
We understand that it was during your stay in Arkham where you and John met and became friends. From the sound of it, you two were close.
John may very well say that, yes.
But not you?
A conversation in a mental hospital does not make us friends, much less close.
I see. According to hospital records, you and John were involved in a riot.
They captured the whole incident on video.
John cut another inmate, a man named Victor Zsasz. Then you jumped into the fray. Several people were hurt.
I was trying to break up a fight.
I don't blame you. You must have been scared. John was discharged from Arkham months ago. No one has seen or heard from him since. I was thinking maybe you have.
Why would you think that?
He listed you as his emergency contact. Sounds like you two were pretty close to me.
I did not agree to that. Why would he write down my name?
It's obvious. You're important to him.
Well, I haven't seen or heard from him, so...
Get out.
Did he do something wrong?
He's a person of interest. You see, we've got a wall in the office with a bunch of photos pinned to it. Two-Face, Penguin, Lady Arkham, you know, Gotham's most notorious. They've got all these little strings connecting them to one another, like a web. And you, my friend, are at the center. You keep pretty strange company for someone who wants everyone to think they're such a stand-up guy.
Every association you've made so far has been investigated by the authorities or covered by the press. I have nothing to hide.
All you do is hide. Hide behind the press, behind your money, your power. I think it's all an elaborate mask. You know more than you're letting on, Mr. Wayne. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you don't trust us. Or maybe you're a criminal, like your father. Maybe you're not the hero people think you are.
Get the hell out of my... That's an evacuation warning. It's time for you to leave.
We'll pick this up another time.
Bruce, get my daughter out of the building. Get yourself out.
What are you talking... What did you figure out?
I've solved the Riddler's puzzle, Bruce. Riddler really pulled a good one over on us.
Lucius, just stay calm, okay? I'm gonna get you out of here. Tell Tiffany that I love her. That I'm sorry I wasn't around more.
Lucius?
We really made a difference, didn't we, Batman?
Lucius! Lucius! No!
Well, that sucked.
1 killed and 14 injured after a tragic explosion.
I really hate this too because now I'm wondering if I'd have gone with him and told the agent to pound sand, how would that have played out differently?
GCPD is opening an investigation into what they are calling an industrial accident.
Wayne Enterprises' Chief Technology Officer Lucius Fox died last Tuesday in the violent blast. A small service is being held for the tech giant and father of 3 at Divinity Church this Sunday.
Not cool.
You don't have to worry, Lucius. Tiffany, I'm gonna take care of your family as if they were my own.
Just like Lucius took care of you. Lucius helped raise you, Bruce. It was family. Riddler's attack on the casino was one thing, but this is personal. We can't let him get away with it. Riddler struck at the heart of our operations and tore a family apart in the process.
Don't worry, Al. I will find him and bring him to justice. He will spend the rest of his life behind bars.
I'm glad to see your sense of duty still reigns supreme. Of course, it won't bring poor Lucius back. I can't imagine how devastated she must be to lose her father in such a violent way.
I should go talk to her.
Yes, she can use all the support she can get.
Hey, Tiffany.
I still can't believe he's gone. None of this feels real.
Tiffany, I know what you're going through. I remember what it was like when I lost my parents. That, sudden emptiness. There's no feeling like it in the world.
I don't think it'll ever go away.
It certainly didn't for me.
Talk about an awkward bit of timing
He
there.
liked working for you, you know? They hardly saw him at home because of it. Mom used to complain my little brother was growing up without a dad. Now I guess it's true. He was so busy. I can't remember the last time I got to hang out with him. Just father and daughter.
In the middle of a nice tender moment. Time's up!
I just thought there'd be more time. There were so many things I wanted to talk to him about.
I know it's no consolation, but the work your father was doing, it was important.
More important than family.
That's not what I meant.
Well, what did you mean?
Tiffany.
I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't blame you.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Just let it out.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around it all. I saw his remains, Bruce. There was hardly anything left. What were you guys working on that could have caused that? doesn't quite add up. Please tell me.
Tiffany, I will tell you soon. Just not here.
What do you mean? Why not?
It's not the right time.
God, Bruce. What are you mixed up in?
Fine. Just tell me one thing. That weird disc. Was that what killed him? Did you put my father's life at risk for that? I'm begging you. Just tell me that one thing.
I thought it was safe, Tiffany. I really did. I had no idea Lucius could get hurt. Please forgive me.
Forgive you? I hope you can forgive yourself.
Oof.
Whatever you got my father into, I will find out. And I will shout it to the world.
So sorry, really. It's such a shame. At least he went out with a bang, right?
Oh, jeez.
For that, we can all be grateful.
All right. I think I'm going to end it on that awkward note. As much as I'd love to keep going, I have to keep to my format. Goodness. Wow. Kind of a lot to parse there. So yeah, I'm so frustrated right now because now I'm sitting like they don't joke around when they say your choices matter, right? Because now I'm like replaying this whole thing. And I'm so annoyed because I'm like, I should have told the agent to just piss off and go with Lucius because I might have been able to figure out the thing and done something so that that whole thing played out differently, right? I'm, really curious to know if you could have like avoided that scenario or not. And it's so annoying too because I can't help but feel like that could have been the case because not 5 minutes before Lucius leaves the room, right? He asks you that question about bringing Tiffany on, and he's like, Lucius will remember that answer. And it's like, well, why would you tell me that Lucius is going to remember that if 5 minutes later he's dead? It's just like, So yeah, this is, oh boy. Yeah, I can see how this will be a rough one to play. Definitely a lot of second guessing yourself, but enjoyable. I mean, I will say this, the acting's great. I mean, it definitely pulled me in for sure. I think the other thing is I'm definitely playing this in the wrong order. There were so many obvious callbacks of the first game. Like it's not that the game's unplayable, but like it's just constantly referring to the first game, right? There's so many callbacks that playing this out of order is just, you're really doing yourself a disservice, right? You just, playing this just makes me want to go play the first one, right? Like I don't even want to play this anymore. I want to go back, play the first one, get the background, and then, and it's a shame too, because it kind of spoils a lot of stuff, which again, this is the format I picked, right? The randomizer, picked this. So, I accept, I kind of accept it, my own fault there. Right. But yeah, just a shame. 'Cause I feel like knowing all the little bits that I do now that they've referred to in the first game, like if I go back and play the first game, there's going to be like several reveals that are going to definitely be like not very surprising now because this game kind of nicely recapped it. So I guess on one hand, it's nice if you played the first one. This is probably kind of reminding you what you did. But yeah, absolutely do not play this if you haven't played the first series yet. That's not the smartest decision. But as far as what I think of the game, good game. I mean, very, very good game. It's I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying, I think the voice acting's great. The art's nice. Love the style. I think, as far as gameplay, most of these Telltale games are kind of the same, right? Like, it's, it's a choose your own adventure game with quick time events in it, right? So if quick time events aren't your thing, this, I can see where people maybe don't like that. Um, it's sort of interesting because I think, this is still more casual, right? You have like if you think about it, right, there's all the Batman Arkham. There's a whole series of Batman games, which actually, interestingly, I've never played any of them, but they're definitely more action packed, right? This is more like the person who likes the story, but you still have some quick time element. It's not a pure, it's not a visual novel, right? It's a little bit more interactive, a little bit more than just a visual novel, but something though that I did notice I appreciated is it's pretty forgiving on the quick time events. It does give you a decent bit of reaction time, so it's not all bad. And obviously, as you saw, I messed up a few times, and it just kind of lets you go right back to it. So I think it's pretty. It's not a difficult game for somebody to get into, right? This definitely is pretty casual. So I think bottom line is if you like Batman, there's really not much to dislike about this game, right? So if you like Batman, if you like Telltale games, pretty much this is a perfect match then. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Definitely, I'll definitely give that one a thumbs up on my review for sure. So on that note, it is time to see what our next game is going to be. Let's see what the randomizer has to say. Star Trek Judgment. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Man, I'm taking another trip in the time machine. Oh, man. This is. Okay, I have to explain this because most of you may not even know what this game is. Star Trek Judgment, right? This is actually an adventure game. So this is like I guess you could think of like an adventure game. It is the sequel to a game that was called Star Trek 25th Anniversary, right? Which right there should considering that Star Trek just celebrated its 50th anniversary, this should give you an idea how old this game is, right? But Star Trek 25th Anniversary was kind of a is the best way for me to describe it is kind of like an adventure game, kind of like in the vein of some of those old like LucasArts games and stuff like that. I think that's about as close as I can kind of describe it, but it kind of plays out much like an episode of the original series did. And so this is the sequel. I've never really played either of them. I'm definitely going to have to look up on this because, number one, I need to make sure it'll run. And number two, I'm going to have to the thing sometimes with these older games is that they're not always very forgiving. They're not always very kind to new players. Like they expect you to have the manual handy. They kind of expect you to know a little bit about what you're doing. So I'll have to do a little bit of homework this weekend and try to make sure I have this ready on Monday. But I think it'll be fun to check out. Like I said, this is a game I've always heard really good things about these games, but I haven't played either one of them. So yeah, this one should be fun. And plus I'm a huge Star Trek fan, so there's that too. So yeah, I'm actually pretty anxious. So fingers crossed I can get this game to run. If it's something where I need to like install a patch or something to get it to work, I'll look into that this weekend and see if I can get this one to work, and hopefully we don't have any technical issues with it. So yeah, on that note, I think that wraps it up for tonight. So thanks everybody for joining me. It was great having you. And my next regular stream is going to be Monday night, 9 o'clock Central. So tune in then to watch me play Star Trek. And possibly sometime over the weekend, Tasha and I will do another divorce stream. We're talking about, we've been talking about playing Farm together for our next game. So we just got to figure out a time for that. We don't have a regular time for our divorce streams. So, but as always, if you subscribe to my Twitch page, I also have a Twitter that you can that you can follow, and they will give you notifications on when I go live. So if you're interested in checking out that divorce stream, then just give me a follow and keep your ears out, and you should get the notification this weekend. Otherwise, hope to see you Monday for Star Trek, and hope everybody has a good weekend, and I will see you all again soon. Good night.